The bigotry of Black Lives Matter spreads across Canada. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. We saw it first in Toronto, an attempt by organizers of Black Lives Matter to tell the Pride Parade, you can't have police anymore. They held up that parade just a week or so ago for more than 25 minutes to say no police in this parade, even though police have been part of the parade for years. Organizers called it a triggering issue to see people in uniform, police uniform, at the Pride Parade.
Understanding the symbolization of a police float. What does that mean for that triggering image to be a part of your pride? Like I said before, within the last 24 hours, we've seen 2 black bodies shot and curled by police. What does that mean when you are trying to be a part of pride, when you have a symbolic representation of your oppression, of your violence? We are asking for the removal of that triggering symbolism in order for all marginalized communities to be safe at Pride.
Well, that has spread across the country. In St. John's, Newfoundland, police are being told you can be part of the Pride Parade, but not in uniform. And now that is the push on in Ottawa. Now, the organizers of Capital Pride have not said that they're going to ask police not to put in a float or to march in plain clothes, but they're not ruling it out either. That's creating controversy among supporters of Pride who say, isn't the goal to be inclusive? Isn't the goal to say, gays, lesbians, bisexuals, transgenders have been accepted by all of society, including law enforcement? Well, that's not good enough for organizers of a group called Black Diaspora. One of their organizers had this to say: be there as yourself, but you don't need to be as a representative of an oppressive institution. It doesn't need to be that. For me, at least, I don't understand the need for people who work in the police to be in uniform to celebrate Pride. That's Leila Mumuni. This organizer of Black Diaspora is trying to say, in the name of diversity, don't show up and show who you are. I thought this was the whole point of Pride Parade. Look, I've never been to a Pride Parade, likely won't be going anytime soon. But the fact of the matter is, this is what Pride is supposed to be about. Show who you are. Show that the LGBT community has support of politicians, of civil society, of, yes, even police. There used to be an acrimonious relationship between gays and lesbians and the police. That has healed. That's part of why police now march. Matt Scoff is the union president for the Ottawa Police Service, and he calls this bigotry against police. He's absolutely right. And the question is, will the organizers give in the way that they did in St. John's and the way that they did in Toronto? The answer should be no. But unfortunately, having sanity in this day and age doesn't seem to be a going concern. This is about making sure that your lefty decoder ring comes down on the right side, or the left side, I guess you would, in terms of who is more important. Is it more important to have police and civil society on your side? Is it more important to have Black Lives Matter or the Black Diaspora on your side? Here's a little fact that Ms. Mumoni probably doesn't consider as she talks about this oppressive institution. They are bringing in American examples of police oppression of blacks in North America. But whether we're talking about the United States or Canada, there are several communities across the country where crime is high. In many of these areas are minority-filled, mainly black communities. Do you know who calls the cops mostly in those communities? That's right, Black Americans, Black Canadians. They call the cops for protections from the gangs that prey upon them. They want the police in the neighborhood. They want the police on their side. It's only activists like Ms. Mumoni and others who see the police as oppressive. It's time for this nonsense to be put aside. It's time for these people to be ignored and called out for the true bigots that they really are.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.